Good morning. Happy Sunday. So, a little different twist on my morning readings. You know me, I'm always looking to change things up, hold everyone's interest. I don't want to become same old, same old. But anyway, I put out all my little trinkets because I may be using my wand. You know how I feel about that. Don't tell my daughter it's her Harry Potter wand. I took it from her. First card I drew. First of all, I used my Robin Wood deck, and my Robin Wood deck, here's the back of it, is a Wicca deck. Okay. And one of the reasons I like the deck is because there's so much symbology in there. And when I see things, that's what triggers me when I read. Sometimes I pick up the smallest little symbol that's in the card. That's just a backstory on me. So for today's card, we drew the Seven of Swords. Swords are all about our thought process, okay? And swords are all about air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Doesn't mean this reading is about that. It just means that these signs could be relevant either with you in your chart or someone you're dealing with. So normally when you look at the Seven of Swords, if you go to a book, it usually says somebody's stealing from home base. You know, I don't know if it's like in baseball, stealing a base, but somebody's doing something. Now, are they physically doing it? I don't believe so. I believe that somebody is stealing maybe your precious thoughts. Think about that. I think somebody is wasting time in your head. I think you could be having reoccurring thoughts that you have to work on, maybe getting them out. Easier said than done, I know. But I feel that when the Seven of Swords comes up, it's a combination of two. Okay, this card here, hold on, let me get my wand. You know, I'm chomping at the bit to use the wand. Someone told me once it was annoying when I use it. Oh, is it? Is it? So, nobody can steal your thoughts or intrude your head unless you let them. Okay. And sometimes with the Seven of Swords, I thoroughly believe that you are allowing others to do it to you, but you're doing it to yourself, if that makes sense. So sometimes we all lie to ourselves. Okay. No, I don't need to lose weight. Well, so what? My cholesterol's high and my blood pressure's high. Okay, you're a ticking time bomb. You know, so we lie to ourselves. No, I don't really need to eat right today. I'll wait a couple more days. No, I can continuously shop on Amazon. I have extra money, even though you know in the back of your mind you have a huge bill coming in. You know, it's hooray for today and the hell with tomorrow. And then, you know, I go to love with this because the majority of my followers are more or less in the love sector. They're looking for a love reading. I have been doing some financial ones because I would like my followers to be concerned about everything. You know, we should be concerned about everything in life. Hold on, Luna's trying to get up into like a 3-inch space here. So, when we see the Seven of Swords, I feel the message for today is stop lying to yourself, okay? And let me give you a scenario about lying to yourself, because I read for a lot of women. I mean, I don't think I'm an authority on everything, but I read for a lot of women. And let me just say this. When you call me for a reading, I listen. I listen really hard, and I take notes. Not physically, but mental notes. So I think a lot of women play that. No, I like when women call me and they want a reading on their ex, which is fine. I used to get readings on my ex all the time. They want a reading on their ex, and then they tell me at the end, well, I don't really care though. Now, I've been around a pretty long time, 63 years as a matter of fact. So I don't need cards for this one. If you're spending X amount of dollars to purchase a reading about your ex, you care, okay? And that's where the Seven of Swords comes in too. You lie to yourself, you know? I mean, I firmly believe the only way to heal is to acknowledge, Is that, who used to say that? Dr. Phil? Thank you, Dr. Phil. But it's true. You have to acknowledge something, and then you can work with it moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's any sector in our life. That's financial, physical, our health, back to the, maybe you need to get a little bit healthier, especially as we get older. So I feel like a lot of you are kind of lying about a certain situation. So if I love when women call me, not so much men, but I get more women, and they admit, I broke up with someone, I'm heartbroken, I'm shattered. I love that. You know why I love that? Because these are women who are going to heal. These are women who are going to heal quicker. They've acknowledged their hurt, and they're going to look for ways to maybe choose wisely next time when they decide to get involved with someone. And I like that. I love that. I think being honest, transparent about your feelings makes you become healthier in the end. Now, I'm no therapist. My education is life, okay? I should write a book. I've had every kind of relationship you can think of. You name it, I've had it. Crazy, third parties, name it, long distance. I could go on forever. So I do speak from experience, but not everybody is always willing to admit that they are hurting. So when the Seven of Swords comes up, I think it's you have to take a look at. You have to say to yourself, what am I lying about? What is not making sense in my life that I really need to do something about? Some people give the speech of morality, and I always say, they probably need to look in the mirror when they're given that speech, So I think that the card for today is telling us, let's be honest of where we want to be in life, what we want to do, and what's going on. So if you're still hung up on Billy Bob, which is fine, we don't judge. There's no judgment. I don't judge. I yell at you when you call me for a reading. I yell at everybody. I got to make t-shirts up. I've been yelled at by the Queen of Wands. Then you've been there. I think that once you acknowledge that you've been in a situation, that you broke your heart and you're looking to heal, that's the way to heal. But if you've had your heart broken and you just go, oh no, it's okay, you're never going to grow from that. I have a friend who used to do that. She's a lot better now, but she knows who she is. She used to do that all the time. Worst case scenario, oh no, it's okay. And I used to say to her, no, it's not okay. And it's okay not to be okay. Because once again, that's how you heal. But not only that, that's how you do better next time. So the card's telling us that you should be a little bit more honest with yourself. Okay? You should be a little bit more honest with yourself. And it's telling you that might be a situation or a person who's occupying way too much of your thoughts. Okay? And that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, I would never say anyone, oh, just don't think about him. Or just don't think about her. I mean, that's ludicrous on every level that there is. Of course, you're going to think about them, but maybe change the value of the thought, okay? Like go back to a thought and really try to be honest in thinking about it, What was it, made up of? What was it, like just be honest about it. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't lie to yourself. That's what the Seven of Swords is telling you. Don't lie to yourself. I mean, it's bad enough other people blow us up with bullshit. You don't want to do it to yourself, do you? I don't think so. All right, it's a lovely day here in Connecticut, and I am very blessed to go spend the day with my bestie. Get out, do some shopping, and going out to dinner. We have a new place that opened here, and we're going to go try it. And everybody, I have a big surprise coming up. And remember, visit my Linktree. I'm still doing personal readings. Everyone, have a great day.